it's all about perspective at the end of the day. If you look at it the right way and you don't try to just buy when everybody else is buying, you make a lot of money.
Appreciate all y'all checking in. You tuned in with All Gems, and today I'm over here with my boy Ricardo. How you feeling, brother?
Shit, always blessed, my brother. Always blessed.
We about to talk about some financial literacy, and my boy about to drop some gems on y'all, so tune in. Tell me about your upbringing. Like, what level of financial literacy you kind of had growing up?
When it comes to financial literacy, I say that my parents came from very, very humble beginnings.
Yeah.
So they didn't really know too much to tell me about, like, when it came on, like, credit, how to buy a house, managing credit cards, bills, a budget, or anything like that. So I'd say, like I said, I started from, let's say, negative level 1. We had to figure it out.
So when did you actually start learning a little bit more about the importance of finances, say basics, you know?
So I'll say, like, my level 1 understanding of it for sure came when it was college. That's when I moved out. I moved out at 18 years old. So when it came to figuring out, like, okay, now you gotta pay rent. Okay, smooth. I'm like, okay, you gotta get a job. I always been working since I was like 14, 15 years old. So I was always working, trying to support the family. And even then, like, when it came to, like, middle school, I was selling them little straws, you know, little sour straws and stuff like that.
Yeah.
High school, I was selling chips, candy, soda. I was that dude.
Yeah, you was over there hustling.
Yeah, hey, you look, mama can't afford the clothes, so I guess I gotta get out and get it myself. So, like, I would say, like, I started in high school. Let me back that up. I for sure started middle school, high school, but it wasn't like a budget or anything. It was just me trying to get what I gotta get.
Bread.
Yeah, make some bread to be able to get some fresh clothes. I was tired of going to school, and after the first week, the fresh fit is gone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We just rinse, wash, and repeating, and I'm like, that ain't it. I'm tired.
So you was already kind of hustling while you were in, like, you know, like middle school, high school, or whatever. Yeah. Just to make some extra bread, you know. You said like 14 years old, you was already working.
Yeah, oh God. Like, so my dad used to work for a landscaping company. Okay. So I'll be helping him out. Like, he'll be edging the grass and stuff like that. I'll actually be using a lawnmower. Look, you pulling out weeds from the ground, you spraying the weed killer and everything like that. Well, I've been doing every job known to man. I got photos of me working at McDonald's. I got photos of me working in the warehouse. Yeah. Shoot, like, any job you can think of, I did it. I worked at least like 16, 17 jobs, and I'm 28.
That's real though, like, because I feel like you can't be like above a job, you know, at the end of the day, like, everybody need money, you know, like, you gotta get one way, you just gotta get it. Whether it be McDonald's, you know, I'm on that line. Come on. So whatever you do.
Shoot.
You know, just make that money.
You gotta hustle. Like, at the end of the day, like, you can't be from the hood and not have any hustle because you're gonna stay there.
Yeah. But when do you feel like you kind of took it up a notch from, all right, I'm a hustle just to make that extra bread versus I'm trying to make my money work for me, or, like, you know, try to get to a different level of wealth, because, you know, there's really levels to it.
Yeah. So I would say for me, it definitely was during COVID. People wasn't going outside like that. So it's like, I got all this time on my hands. So I was like, I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop drinking for 6 months. I'm just about to lock in. I started going on YouTube. I found out about Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure. You know, Ian Dunlap, Troy and Rashad, you know, they put me up on game. Wall Street Trapper. Yeah. Shoot, MG the mortgage guy. That's how I bought my own crib. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I just locked in. And it's like, I was able to say
my bad, he dropped some gems on y'all. Make sure you check out, you know, all them people he just name dropped.
Yeah, man, look them up. Earn Your Leisure. Sure. I always give credit to them. I just got back from InvestFest this weekend in ATL, and, like, that was a blessing. Got to see Magic Johnson, Steve Harvey, Issa Rae, you know, real influential people. Yeah, real influential people in the community. But it's like, I started tapping in with that, and thankfully, like, I was able to get my grips together, focus, and I went to COVID with like $3,000 to $5,000 to start investments, and then I started doing swing trades on Apple. Mm-hmm. Made a couple of bands from that, and then the homie told me about Dogecoin. Yeah. Don't be investing in meme coins. This is a one-time thing. I'll say that right now. Don't think you're gonna make money off of Shiba Inu or Pepe Coin or Fart Coin or something like that. Lord have mercy. Like, I fortunately got in early on that before it was even a cent. And then right after COVID, it went up to, I think like it peaked out like 60 or 70 cents, like the high 70s. And I turned like 2,000 into like $50,000. And that's how I got the down payment for my crib.
Yeah.
So it's like I went in COVID with 2.5 and then came out a better man.
Yeah. So you were just giving us some game on how you got your first crib, and I know you said it was like through a meme coin.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like a one-time deal. So if you were to give out some game on what's worked for you, as far as investments and maybe coins goes, what would you say has worked for you?
Well, first, I just got to put a little disclaimer out there for everybody when you look at the camera. You know what I'm saying? This is not financial advice. Anything you hear on all gems, do not take it as financial advice. Please go to your financial advisor.
Yeah, do your own research.
Do your own research. Do your own homework. And then after you hear something from us, fact check it, double check it, triple check it, and then make a decision on your own, because it's like I said, this is not financial advice.
Yeah.
Don't try to sue me.
Yeah, I was trying to catch my word too.
Yeah.
Whatever worked for you, you know.
Yeah.
It might not work for you. It might not work for you.
Yeah. This is my own personal method, okay? I just gotta make sure I say that before I, go too deep into it.
Yeah.
But personally, what I like to structure myself on, we're gonna go into two different types of investments.
Yeah.
So you have your stocks.
Yeah.
I don't really touch bonds because if you're familiar with the environment that's going on right now, bonds haven't been moving in a positive direction for God knows how long, especially with inflation and other environmental concerns when it comes to economics, not actual weather or anything like that, just to make sure y'all understand what I'm saying. But I would say that when it comes to stocks, tech stocks are just the way to go, and health stocks, because you got to think about it. We live in America, and majority of people, even myself right now, is a little bit overweight. You know what I'm saying? So don't do too much of that, brother. So I'm going to go ahead and close it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when you think about America as a whole, we're the fattest country in the world.
Yeah.
So what companies basically are healthcare companies that aren't going away? Everybody knows about Ozempic, which was created by Nordisk. It's funny because that's a European country. Not country, but company. Let me catch myself. And then we have Eli Lilly, which they have Ozempic as well, but they're doing like the pill form. That stuff that's coming out. And, people are trying to lose weight fast. Yeah. So that's why I say Eli Lilly, healthcare is not going away. People get older every day. People die every day. People are always going to need healthcare, health insurance. So it's like Eli Lilly is my favorite healthcare company. And then, of course, the tech stocks. You can't talk about tech without talking about NVIDIA. NVIDIA is the number one country in the world by market cap. It's over a $4 trillion company, not 4 million, not 4 billion. We talking about 4 trillion. You can't beat that. After that, you have your Microsoft. Microsoft owns OpenAI. Yeah. 50% of it. Let me backtrack. It doesn't own the whole thing. It owns 50% of OpenAI. And Microsoft, as its own, is the second highest valued company in the world. Well, in the U.S. marketplace. Let's just keep it like that because we're talking about the U.S. Yeah. So I would say that. And of course, what I'm talking about right here, I always got to give props to Earn Your Leisure, Ian Dunlap, because I'm a Red Panda member as well. So anything I've learned when it comes to the stock market, of course, I've done things on my own as well, but I like to give respects to people who have put me on the right path and show me the right thing. Because Ian, I would say, without him, I wouldn't be in the place I would be. So this is like he says, 2 tech, 2 index. So that's why I always like to shout him out. So what he always likes to say is VOO, DTI, NVIDIA, Microsoft, no stress. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So like, you don't want to deviate from the top companies in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the top 2 in the sector, preferably the top 1. Like NVIDIA is the top in chip makers, right? Then you have healthcare, that's Eli Lilly, right? So you want to focus on those. Just like in crypto, the top cryptos, as you know, are Bitcoin and Ethereum by market cap, right? Yeah. So when you start venturing out the top 5, you start going down to meme coins, like I said earlier, Fart Coin, Pepe Coin, Shiba Inu, and all that stuff. Like, yes, you have a risk to reward ratio, but your odds of failing are significantly higher than when you're going to something like a Bitcoin, which is an asset that it's like a scarcity asset. the older we get, every 4 years, the less available that they are able to mine and create.
Yeah.
So that's why Bitcoin is always going to be number one. Ethereum just broke a new all-time high recently, about like a week or two ago. Then, of course, I'm an XRP man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You always got to talk shout out XRP. And I think XRP, for sure, is going to eventually, like in the next couple of years, surpass $5, $6. So just stick to the top tier companies when it comes to crypto and stocks, and then don't buy at the all-time highs. Buy on a significant drop from like, especially when you're talking about crypto. Please, for the love of God, if the top is 124 on Bitcoin, don't buy at 120 and be like, oh, it went down to 110 and start saying, oh, it's a scam. No, you just bought at the wrong motherfucking price. let's just keep it honest. It's all about perspective at the end of the day. If you look at it the right way and you don't try to just buy when everybody else is buying, you make a lot of money. And buy and hold for the long term. Not 3 months, not 2 days, years, because that's how the rich become wealthy.
Yeah. Anybody that's watching this, you might have to run that back, rewind, and just try to keep some of that info. But if somebody wanted to get some more information and want to kind of learn more about just investing tips and just some of that game that you spend, like, where would they like try to go out to look resource wise?
Okay, so let's start with crypto. Crypto, your best friend when it comes to like looking at charts, looking at stocks, top cryptos, coinmarketcap.com.
CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, because coinmarketcap.com is essentially the number one site for research when it comes to crypto.
Okay.
It lets you know all the coins, the top 500, but like I said, please don't go on CoinMarketCap and find something that's the 140th coin, the 350th coin, and throw your life savings in it and be like, hey, it just dropped 80%, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know, because like at that point you're looking for an L. You just walking around like this on your forehead, please take my money. So it's like,
so you got to get inside like some diversification, or is that what you recommend, or like kind of?
So shout out to Ian again.
Yeah.
Like, and Chris Johnson's a dude who talks about only buying Bitcoin and nothing else. If you're somebody who has like a high net worth and you don't really like to do too much work and you just want to buy and hold, then I would suggest not being so diversified. You buy one or two, because then you can, especially if you're getting it at a great price. If you're getting it at a great price, say for instance like Bitcoin, if you're buying it like 20,000, you can be hyper locked in on one crypto and throw all your money in there. Say for instance you're somebody who has 5 to 6 figures or 7 figures at your disposal, and you're just like, hey, I've heard about crypto and I'm seeing that it's at decent prices, just had a big pullback. Then if you're getting the best asset in the world, by all means just get that and just hold it. Okay. But if you're somebody who's like, say for instance, you're not able to sustain too much risk, diversification is good. And like some people say like evenly distributed. Some people say like 40% in Bitcoin, 40% in Ethereum, and then the rest of the 20% you put in small caps that you don't understand. Just like with stocks, like Nvidia's at 4.4 trillion dollar market cap. You don't want to buy at the top. You want to get a pullback. Okay. So it's like you just want to make sure when it comes to stocks, you have the growth stocks, and then you have ETFs, because ETFs don't pull back as much as single stocks. Like a VOO, S&P 500, you don't pull back like that.
Okay. Another lane that I know you was in for a little minute, building credit. You talk a little bit about your experience learning about the importance of credit and maybe building your credit and maybe working with other people on their credit.
Yeah, so as I do all the time, I gotta give respect to people who put me on. I bought a mentorship from Him 500. Okay. This was shortly after COVID. I think this was 2021, February, if I'm not mistaken. And I had bought his course. It was about $3,000. Okay. So it's about investing in yourself. Like, if you can go ahead and expedite your growth, and you can just pay money for it, because money you can get back. Yeah. Time is something that you can't get back. I can't get back tomorrow. I can't get back 10 years ago. I can't turn back into a teenager. Yeah. So it's like, time is the one thing that people somehow waste, but it's the most valuable thing that you have in your life. Okay. So with me, when it comes to credit, I had to pay for a mentorship, and that was another thing that trampolined me, because basically I learned about building business credit, building your personal credit, and just having access to capital. Because sometimes you're in a situation where you might have a great business idea, and you might not have any resources to fund that business idea. So that's where credit can come in. As long as you do what you're supposed to do and basically check all your boxes, make sure your structure is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure your business idea, you have a business plan.
Yeah.
What is your timeline to get everything going? Is it a couple months? Is it a year? Just mapping out the next 3 years, as Magic Johnson said.
Yeah.
Just map out the next 3 years, because if you don't have a game plan, you're just willing and dealing, you can get all this business credit, personal credit, and get funding and stuff like that. And then you mess up, things happen, you have bad deals, anything can happen, because at the end of the day, it's business. Then you have all this debt, especially if you personal guaranteed it, you have personal credit cards, you have business credit cards. Then you'll be in a worse predicament than when you first started.
Yeah.
So that's why having an actual plan is important.
Okay. Man, my bad. Read just a little bit. You drop some heavy, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all check all that out. But I'm about to switch lanes a little bit.
All right.
I know in the past you had an experience where you taught a little bit about finance and personal finance to some children. Tell me about that experience and like how that came together.
Yeah, so basically how that happened, I have a cousin who's very well connected. Got shout out Alex Lowe, you know what I'm saying? If you're from Long Beach, you know who that is.
Yeah.
But my cousin's real connected in Long Beach City, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he had got me connected with people who are connected in the Long Beach school district.
Okay.
And I basically had a meeting with a couple of them a few times and let them know what I wanted to offer, showed them my background, where I went to school at, and basically told them like I wanted to put together a curriculum for kids who are in low income communities, Black and brown students particularly, because those are the ones who are the most affected by lack of financial literacy. We don't know. Yeah. We don't have people to look up to who have 6 figures in investments or know about credit. Typically, when you're driving around a car, I have to tell them, like, most of the time when you're in the hood, you see that person driving that nice, C300, Audi, Mercedes Benz, but what you don't realize is that they're paying $1,000 because their interest rate is 30%. You know what I'm saying? Because their credit is messed up. And they have to put down $5,000 or something crazy just to get the whip. And then they paying exorbitant prices, and then they're underwater on the whip.
My bad. I just want to rewind a little bit. Let's talk about them kids. Like, what impression do you feel like you left on them for real? Like, as far as being able to teach them and them not coming from an environment of knowing about personal finances, knowing about budgeting, knowing about, financial literacy. What impression were you able to like leave on them?
So, the thing that I'm glad that I did when I was actually teaching them, I used to put a survey out at the end of it, and they'll have like, just like you have a census or something like that, where after we had a lesson, I would ask them, like, I did it before and after the lesson. Like, what do you think about these certain things? Like, how much you know about buying a car? How much you know about credit? How much you know about investments? This is before. And most of the time, it would be 1 or 2 on the risk scale. It was on a 1 to 5 scale. But what I did, I tried to simplify it as basically on their level as much as possible. I used real life examples. I told them like, hey, like I invested in like an e-commerce business. I lost money before. So it's like, don't think that any business you get into, you're going to automatically generate revenue, make money. So like I would tell them like low cost entry businesses to get into. Like they're at school. Any school that y'all can all attest. There either was like a school store, kids selling, or every school had a vending machine, right? Yeah. So why not be somebody who can get a low cost entry of buying a vending machine? Vending machines usually are about $800 to $1,400, right? And then stocking it, they can be anywhere from like $30 to $100 depending on what you put in there. You're just putting chips, like small stuff depending on what you put in there.
Okay.
30 is on the very, very low end. You know what I'm saying? But typically it's gonna cost you about $120 on average. But that's a low cost entry business, right?
For a business,
so I was talking about that. Kids usually like sneakers, right? So I'm telling them, hey, you can start a sneaker company, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can use credit to buy the sneakers, right? And then you gotta make sure you're buying the right things. You can use these certain platforms, StockX, Go, like all these different platforms. So I'm laying it out. I'm not just telling you a business, telling you what you can do to do it. I'm saying like, hey, these are all things you can do before you turn 18. Because at the end of the day, why should I put you up on game and tell you like, hey, you're in middle school, you can't touch this for 10 years? Right? I don't want to gatekeep and put you on something that you can't do right now. And like your parents can be co-owner in the business, help you out. They can invest in your business, right? As long as you have a business plan, a game plan, why not be able to execute it? And of course, there's gonna be bumps in the road. So like, I also put them up on game on when it came to investments. And what I did too is like to make sure they're listening. I'm like, I want you all to be taking notes. And I didn't tell them, but at every school because it was 3-part lessons for every school. After the 3rd lesson, I would go ahead and say, hey, it's time for a pop quiz. And you know what I did? Brought out them hundreds. Singles. I said hundreds, 20s, and 10s. The $100 bills is for the, look, you gonna answer some real deal Holyfield questions. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta see how much some kids gonna perk up. When they see that you bring out some hundreds, they're like, oh, hold on. What you talking about now? I said, let's see who's really paying attention. And then it's just nice because like you don't tell them that you're about to bring out money, but it's like when you actually see that they're actually receiving the information, they're able to answer it concisely, and they're in 6th grade, 7th grade, or 8th grade. It's like, what could I have done if I was able to receive that information at that age? So it's like just pouring back into the kids, man.
For sure. So you feel like that kind of left an impact on you too, like just being able to do that and see, I was gonna do this for y'all. Like if I was in y'all shoes, like I know what this would have done for me.
100%. When it comes to like finances and financial literacy, like if you can get kids to understand it, why can't you get an adult to understand it?
Right.
But it's like, I feel like kids, when you put them on game and it actually resonates with them, it sticks with them. Like an adult, most of the time, they'll listen to it and they'll have all these self-doubts, all these past, hurts, trauma, and stuff that will prevent them from actually trying it because they have self-doubt. And it's like, when you can basically talk to the kids when they're young and basically imprint on them like, hey, if I do this and I do this, I can be wealthy. Then you're basically helping the next generation. So it's like, it just is a wholesome experience,
I hear that.
That's just how I view it.
No, that's great. I love that. So let's say, talking about adults specifically, people in their 20s and 30s, like around our age.
Okay.
What's some of the biggest mistakes you see them making in terms of their finances and personal finance decisions?
So I'm gonna give you a top 3.
Okay.
Number 1, not having a budget. I think that's pretty clear, cut, and concise. If you don't have a budget, you can't win because you can be making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. It's the same thing as you're making 30, 40,000. If you don't have a budget, and you don't know where the money's going, you got all these subscriptions, you have kids need this. If you have kids, that's a whole different subject. But like, let's just say you're a single person, you don't have any kids. Your money can go because at the end of the day, America is a consumer-based country. You see an ad every 30, 45 seconds, whether you're on Instagram, TikTok, you're watching TV, you're on YouTube. You're going to see an ad every day. It's literally programmed to take money out your pocket. Like,
that?
You might as well walk around like this, pockets out. And just say, take my money.
Take it.
Take it. With how we're living, if you have no self-discipline, you don't have a budget, you don't know where your money is going, you're already destined to lose. That's number 1. Number 2, and I was victim of this as well. Once somebody starts touching money, they feel like they gotta go get that expensive whip. I gotta drive the newest shit. I gotta give me a Benz. I gotta give me a $50,000 car when I'm making $50,000.
Yeah.
And then my credit's jacked up, so my interest rate's fucked up, right? So it's like buying a car is a depreciating asset. Like even like the cars that we fantasize about, like a Maserati.
Right.
People don't realize once you drive off the lot, a Maserati that you spend like $100,000, $120,000.
Yeah.
That shit ain't worth 80 bands after the first 6 months.
You
know why?
Yeah.
Because they factor in the amount that they're paying for marketing into the price of the car. So once you drive off the lot of a Maserati, they have spent about $10,000, $20,000 factoring in for marketing for every car. So once you're off the lot,
so
negative
once
20.
you bought it, it's already 20% off that.
Already off.
Okay.
Look, you start buying these cars $100,000, $50,000, $70,000.
Yeah.
Depreciation is your worst enemy. It sit on your shoulder like this, and it's just watching you make bad decisions. And it's like, hey, you know you fucked up, right? And it's smiling at you. But you don't hear it because you're a little deaf in your right ear.
Yeah.
That's number 2.
I heard that. All right, so you gave some good points on where people is messing up with their finances. What would you say, like the big 3 is?
So of course, like I said, number 1, not having a budget, not having a plan. Number 2, buying things that you really can't afford. Like the number 1 thing that kills wealth in America.
Your car. You can't afford the car you're driving. Stop driving an expensive ass motherfucking car.
Yeah.
And number 3,
don't do it.
Not investing.
Okay.
When I'm talking about investing, I'm talking about investing in yourself, investing in stocks, investing in crypto, life insurance. There's so many different vehicles that you could do. But let's just keep it as simple as possible so we're not going over everybody's head like an airplane.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes to investing, you gotta start somewhere. Like some of us work W-2 jobs, and it's already coming out your check, and you not even logging into the account that does the investments for you. Some of y'all are already getting taxed and putting the money out. You don't even know it's putting it in.
Yeah.
That's why they say, don't work a job and not know where the money is going. They already taking out your check. Why not figure out if they're putting in the right things? Some of you guys have a 401k, right?
Okay.
If you have a 401k, how about you make sure it's invested in the top tech companies in the world? If it's not investing in things like NVIDIA, Microsoft, I like to talk about Apple, but Apple been on BS lately, so let's just talk about them too right now. They're not investing in NVIDIA and Microsoft. What are we doing? What are we doing? Because last I checked, over 5 years, NVIDIA's up over 1,000%, 1,500%.
Okay.
You know what that means? If you put $1,000 into it, right? It's up 1,500%. That went from 1,000 to 10,000 to 15,000 plus.
Come on.
15,000 plus from $1,000. Y'all over here trying to flip a bowl for an extra $200. If you don't know what that means in street terms, a bowl is a pound of weed.
Hey, you broke it down though.
The trap ain't trapping no more.
Come on.
Alright? The trap ain't trapping no more.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is, bro, keep it as simple as possible. If your money ain't working for you when you sleep, you're doing it wrong.
Okay.
You're doing it wrong.
Let's talk a little bit about what you want though. I know you're trying to do some streaming ventures. So YouTube. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What you want to do?
So
what's up with YouTube?
It's all about diversifying your income streams. We're not talking about your portfolio. We're talking about your income streams.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're in a time and place where streamers are getting money more than rappers. Your favorite rappers, they getting money. But the ones who ain't really rapping that well, like the midstream, the lower tiers who are big in your city, they ain't really got it like that.
Okay.
Most of these motherfuckers is broke. I'm sorry, I'm starting to talk my shit, but most of these motherfuckers is broke. Alright? Streaming is where it's at. You gotta think about it right now. Streaming is a new big thing. You got Kai Cenat, Deshae Frost, Zoe Spencer. I'm sorry, I only know the black folks. Mr. Beast.
Right.
Okay. I think there's a dude named XQC. He be getting money too.
Okay.
Big bag.
Yeah.
But like, we're in there, digital marketing, digital products, digital everything. We have AI this, AI that. If you're not tapping into AI, you need to go ahead and download ChatGPT, get the $20 subscription, and figure out how you can make your life easier. Because in the next 5 years, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, ChatGPT and these AI companies are gonna take your job. You know how them Republicans be talking? They're taking our jobs. The AI is taking your motherfucking job. Ain't nobody coming from another country taking your job. It's the fucking companies that you use on a daily basis taking your jobs. All right? Learn how to use AI to make your life easier to where you could be at your job and AI is actually doing your job for you. But your job, your supervisor, they don't know.
Okay.
And if you're doing that, don't tell them. Because at that point, you can work 2 jobs. You can work 3 jobs. What? But are you actually doing the work or is the AI agent doing the work for you?
Ain't gonna know.
Don't let me start talking, man. Let me start talking.
But what you trying to get into with the streaming? Like, what type of content is you shooting? And where can people find you at?
Shoot, I just created a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
My account's like Cardo's Wow Reactions.
Okay.
Right now. So I'm gonna start off with reaction videos. I'm gonna start doing skits. I'm gonna have a couple of different channels.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all have to stay tuned because I'm being real PG on this camera. I'm trying. I'm trying.
You trying though.
But just know when I can be myself and really talk my ish, it's gonna be a little bit different. So just tap in. When this video drop, I'm gonna have everything certified. I'm gonna be putting my link in the description. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And hopefully my boy gonna be tapping in and coming on the streams too because shit, he gotta get his bag off the streaming things too.
You feel me, love? Make sure you tap in with the boy. You got some gems to drop on y'all for real.
And if you really like this video and you learn a few things, it don't take nothing but a couple seconds. It don't even take a couple seconds. Like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment saying you fucked with it.
Yeah.
It don't hurt. Some of y'all niggas be over here liking, commenting on girls twerking on TikTok and Instagram, and you don't even know the broad.
Hey.
You don't even know the broad. They ain't dropped no game but some cheeks. They ain't dropped nothing but cheeks.
Hey, yo.
And cheeks you ain't even gonna see. Man, y'all better like this damn video, comment, subscribe, tap in with my boy, get some merch. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? Look, at the end of the day, we just try to make your life a little bit better day by day.
Yeah.
Look, and we got something to offer. A little bit more than twerk videos.
Hey, shout out my boy Ricardo right here, for real though.
Yes, sir.
He got some real gems to drop on y'all. Make sure y'all check him out. Check him out on IG.
CardoTheCreditWolf.
Yeah. We'll have it right here in the comments and description, all that. If you have any questions on some financial literacy, personal finance, I don't know about investing. We got that disclaimer.
Man, we got the disclaimer. Turn back into the beginning of the video because I am not trying to get sued.
Hey, yo.
I'm trying to keep my money. Actually, I'm broke. I ain't got nothing.
We ain't no financial advisors.
I ain't got nothing.
Hey, we ain't no financial advisors.
I ain't got nothing. I'm broke. I ain't got no clothes on no more.
Hey,
I'm tired.
Look.
I'm tired.
Hey, look, we ain't no financial advisors, but for real though, if you got issues with your credit and you need that credit repair, tap in with my boy Cardo. I'll get you right though. And hey, pleasure speaking with you, bro.
Hey, pleasure's always mine, my brother.
Thank you for the gems that you dropped. I hope you guys appreciate the gems that bro dropped. And yeah, make sure y'all stay tapped in. We got some more gems on the way.
And if you don't, Lola gonna get your